Yo, what is up, gamers and Super Smash Bros. Fans? This is Fred just coming over here from PlayerEssence.com, and we've got a big Super Smash Bros. Show for you guys because there was a ton of amazing news for Super Smash Bros. I was so hyped. Oh my gosh, this was one of the most hyped direct, if not one of the best directs. Probably the best direct since the 2013 one. So much information, so much good stuff. A lot of people are saying, what is Nintendo going to do because Zelda is delayed? Well, we've got Smash Bros. News and we've got tons of it, a lot of good stuff, so stay tuned. Let's go ahead and get right into it with the big one, Mewtwo. Mewtwo is coming back to Super Smash Bros. For Wii U and Nintendo 3DS, which we already knew, but now we have a date. So if you purchase Super Smash Bros. On the 3DS and Super Smash Bros. On the Wii U and redeemed your code, registered and redeemed them on Club Nintendo before March 31st, you will receive a code for Mewtwo. On April 15th here in North America, you will receive a code for him on the 3DS and on the Wii U, so you can play with Mewtwo there. But that is not all that's coming with Mewtwo. On April 15th, there will be update 1.0.6 that will be released, and it will have all of a whole suite of new details. So that is the tournament mode, that is the Miiverse stage, that is the actual sharing and replay data that you can, share with your friends and stuff like that. All of that will be available, plus character balancing tweak, which is going to be the big thing. That is going to be the really big thing because that will affect Evo this year. That is going to be massive because that's going to affect Evo. We're going to see what they're going to do, especially a lot of people are going to be looking what they do with Diddy, because as many of you guys know, Diddy, you do his down throw to his up air and it kills, and it can kill really quickly. You can get multiple up airs. So are they going to nerf that? And one of the patches with the Nintendo 3DS, Sheik had the same thing to where she can kind of just combo you up after a down throw to her up air and kill you. So they nerfed her. So I'm thinking that Diddy is going to get a nerf in this one, but we'll have to see. We're going to see who gets buffs, who doesn't. I'm thinking characters like Donkey Kong, characters like Wario, those characters might get slight buffs, but we're going to have to wait and see. I will have a Super Smash Bros. Show the day that launches, plus I'll have 60 frames per second, 1080p footage of Mewtwo online for glory, so there's going to be plenty of good stuff there. So Super Smash Bros. Is just getting started. I also want to talk about another person that's coming back to Super Smash Bros. Yes, Lucas. And I actually prefer Lucas over Ness just because Lucas has that little snake thingy for a tether recovery, because I can't use Ness. I suck with Ness's recovery, how he does that stupid electricity thing, and I like how Lucas actually has that tether recovery that he can do with this snake. So I'm really looking forward to using Lucas in the game, and I love how Nintendo keeps on coming with the content. They can't ignore Smash Bros. Super Smash Bros. For Wii U and Nintendo 3DS is by far one of the most successful games this generation. If you combine the Wii U version sales from just what we know back from December from Nintendo's investor meetings, if you combine those sales numbers with the Wii U and with the 3DS, we're talking about excess of 10 million, and that was back then. It is March, April now, so we're talking over 10 million probably for this game. You cannot ignore all of those people playing it. There has to be more content coming, so I'm so glad that they announced Lucas is coming back, and he is actually coming this June, so it's going to be bang bang. There's just going to be a slight delay as far as no characters in May, and then bam, we get Lucas in June, right there in E3 month. But probably the biggest thing here, and which shows that this is going to have long-term support, and they probably handed Sakurai and the team a pot of money. It probably exceeded Nintendo's expectations. I don't think Nintendo expected to sell this many copies of Super Smash Bros. On the Wii U and Nintendo 3DS. Pretty much it's going to pass up Brawl on the Wii. And remember, the Wii had an install base of over 100 million. The Wii U and 3DS isn't anywhere near that. And the fact that Super Smash Bros. Is getting close to that, if not going to pass it up probably by the end of the year, holy smokes, especially with this DLC coming out. So Nintendo probably said, Sakurai, look, I know you're tired. I mean, I know, you've been working on the game, but, here's this money. Get this done. Let's get going. Let's go. And that's what I think that they did. And Sakurai was like, you know what? It's just characters. I'm going to get my other guys to help me. We got to do this for the fans. Let's get this going, because you put the fans' name out there, because Nintendo is going to let us. They're going to let us decide who is in Smash Bros. You can actually go over there, right to this point, right now, you can go over there and vote for a character that you want to see in Super Smash Bros. And that is pretty much every fans' dream. And I already know Etika is going to be like Ridley. He's going to fill out multiple ballots. Ridley. So many people that love Smash Bros, man. There's going to be lots of people that are filling out Ridley. There's going to be lots of people that are filling out Snake. There's going to be lots of people that are filling out Ice Climbers. I mean, there's all sorts of possibilities. Personally, who I want to see is Wonder Red from the Wonderful 101. I would love to see Wonder Red or Wonder Blue, and then have like a final smash with all of them come together and do something crazy. That would be really cool. I would also like to see Isaac from Golden Sun. That would also be really good as well. I want to see one of those two characters in Super Smash Bros. And if we can get a third-party character, please, Chrono from Chrono Trigger. Work with Square Enix. Please, let's get Chrono. I want Chrono in the game. I actually want Chrono more than the two characters I said before. Chrono's #1. Get us Chrono. That would get the legendary dude. I mean, you got Sonic, you've got Pac-Man, you've got freaking Mario. Oh my gosh, you've got Mega Man, and then you've got Chrono. It's like the titans of the 80s and 90s right there. Chrono was iconic. He was iconic in that. He's one of the most well-known characters ever, probably, because that game, Chrono Trigger, has been downloaded like a gazillion times online. Seriously, it's like one of the most pirated games ever. It's one of the most downloaded games ever in the history of games. Getting a little off topic, but that's the characters that I do want to see. I will have a link to that page in the description below. You guys can head over there, vote for the character that you guys want. Let me know who you guys are going to be putting in those ballots below, and I will maybe read them off in the next Super Smash Bros. Show. But I do want to briefly talk about some of the stuff with Super Smash Bros. And some of the other things that I do want to see. As far as character balancing goes, I think everything is pretty good. I think the game is already pretty balanced. They just need to tweak a few things like I talked about. So overall, that's cool. But the tournament app, that's going to be one of the big things. Is that tournament app going to be right? Or we're going to be able to see and get the customizations we need? Because listen, we all want to win tournaments. We all want to play in tournaments, but horrible connections really put a damper on tournaments. So making sure that Nintendo puts a bar to where you can actually see whose connection is bad, whose connection is good. I think that's one of the things that they need to do with the update. When you go into random 4 glories, we need to be able to see who has a good connection and who has a bad connection, because I don't want to play people with horrible connections. I'd also like to have it to where we can pick between what servers we want to do, as far as, I know it's worldwide servers, but regions. I want to play people from North America, preferably on the West Coast. That would be nice. Or if I want to play somebody on the East Coast, I want to see that they have a good connection. I don't want to be matched up with people in Europe that have trash connections, or people in Japan that they might have a good connection, but it's so far that it might create a little bit of that lag timing. If Nintendo can really just shore up some of those things with the online play, that would be really good. And also friend invites. That's one of the major problems. If you're trying to play with somebody online in Super Smash Bros., there's no way to really tell them, hey, I want to play with you. You have to see them from your friends list and just join their game. They might not want you to play at that time. They might want to be waiting to play with somebody else. So the fact that Nintendo, there's no way to have friend invites, I think that needs to be added into the game as well. So they need to be able to tweak it to it so we can see who is, who has a good connection and who has a bad connection. And we also need to make sure that there is friend invites for people, because I want to be able to invite my friends over to join my game, and it's just kind of a hassle trying to get together and play with friends at times. So that's just my ideas as far as what I want to see. Let me know what you guys think as far as the update goes, as far as the Miiverse stage, all that good stuff, the tournament app, which we will be having tournaments, and I will be announcing that shortly. Now that we have a date for that, there will be a PlayerEssence tournament pretty much that weekend, because it comes out on a Wednesday. I think it's April 15th. We will have a tournament that weekend, and there will be prizes, but there probably is going to be an entry fee, because I'm going to have to get people to work for me. So details will be coming very soon. Make sure you check out the description below. I will have the details there on PlayerEssence.com. Alright, so that basically wraps it up for this Super Smash Bros. Show. Please let me know what you guys think about the show, about all the announcements in the comments section below. Also, hit that like button if you did like it. Lets me know that you guys want more Super Smash Bros. Content, and also subscribe if you're someone new, because right here on PlayerEssence, you're going to get a multitude of news and info and videos on Super Smash Bros. And all things gaming. Thanks a lot, guys, for watching, and we'll see you guys for the next episode. Peace.